estimates of a project? Okay. Ideally, I would say there should be four stages of estimations, always practiced by a good designing consultancy. One is that whilst presentation stage, you must always be ready with the cost per square feet estimations. That is a quick cost per square feet budgetary estimate that can be derived within 3 to maximum 4 or 5 hours. You should be ready with that, and you should always present your first proposal along with the budgetary cost per square feet estimate. Second stage is if you've bagged in the project, now you prepare a preliminary estimate during your concept design stage. Once your theme is ready, concept and schematics are being worked out, your preliminary estimate should be ready with the standard bill of quantity items and standard specifications that can go across in tandem with your concept design. Now, whilst detailing stage, once your designer is ready with the schedule of finishes and the exact look and feel that he or she aspires to achieve out of this design, a quantity surveyor or an estimation team within your organization should ensure that he or she gets the answers to which are the specialized items or specialized prescriptions or finishes that has been factored by the designer. This could be typically for any feature elements or feature accent walls or accent murals, or so one should also furnish one more version of the estimate whilst your project is in detailing stage. So DD stage, you have to have one more round of revision of estimate, and every estimate version, please ensure that we are bringing the in-depth cost variations to the client's notice, because this builds up a good rapport with the client, and you win the client's confidence, keeping him posted with the stage specific estimations, that this is where we are very much going in tandem with the estimated costs, or there is a deviation, likely deviation to happen because of this introduction of the design element or enhancement of a particular design module. So you must know that what are the specialized processed items or products or finishings that are coming in, and this is when your quantity surveyor has to be knowledgeable enough or sharp enough to take out the information from your design team, as well as has to be having, your designer may or may not know, because the designer is very creative person who's just involved in the ideation work and in getting the thing, I want to have this only, especially when you're working in a segmentalized pattern as a different teams in an organization. You will always have a design team very much active with the design inspirations, and I want this and I want that, and there are some lot of influential foreign designs and snaps coming in the way, which you want to have this kind of look and feel with Indian context. You want to marry those foreign concepts to the Indian contextuality, but the detailings are not worked out. They do not know. However, the finishing material is very much affixed. The look and feel is affixed, but the construction details are yet not mastered as an expertise by the designers. Not everyone in the group, maybe the project head or the senior person who's heading the project or the team may know it, but not everyone would know it. So, but your quantity surveyor has to be that kind of 3D visualizer has to find out and understand the whatever is the finishing product prescribed, the properties of that product. One should know that if this is the look and feel, and this is the outer look and feel which is desired, what could be the inherent, the intra substrates specifications that goes along with it. The superficial look and feel is built with this and this finish of the product, but what could be the substrate that is right for this kind of product? Understanding the property well, the physical properties of that product or finishes well, will definitely help them identify the typical or the non-typical substrates. So in the retailing stage of the project, the quantity surveyor team has to know which are the specialized products, and not only that, but how these products are going to marry the execution technology, the execution methodology. The method statement also should be known and well understood and well validated by the quantity surveyor as an item execution and not just the product execution. So this is where you will build the cost control, and this is the main stage, detailing stage, wherein you will have a grip on the cost escalations or the costs of the project, because this is where you will have the exact know how the product is going to take shape with this kind of description of the finishes of the product, right? So you have to know the actual execution process and what is that is going in this kind of item execution. So there could be just 4 to 5 different specialized products. So there you may have to involve the vendor or the item manufacturer to know that what is the bespoke construction of this particular item. If you are not an expert on it, that is a non-typical item. It could be a mural, it could be a sculpture, it could be any other new innovative form. It could be any liquid form, where you are just molding the things up. And it's very essential, despite of knowing the general knowledge from the internet, you must know that a person who's actually going to so 1 or 2 meetings with this kind of vendors prior to identifying. I mean that these meetings will definitely serve you as a due diligence meeting also, if you are performing as a PM for this project, or supporting this project as a project manager, or in terms of execution, identifying the execution partners. So it's very essential that you also gather the knowledge from the person who are the masters in executing that kind of specialized, and who are only into the production of that kind of specialized items. So this will give you and this is where the glitch always happens. The preliminary estimate, we never revisit the preliminary estimate until the project gets over. And preliminary estimate is definitely budgeted with the typical items, and the non-typical specialized items are always left behind, because that always are put in as in how the design grows by the designers, and as in how the complete surrounding is well inhaled into a designer, and then the designer comes up with the special elements and the special detailing and some accents and whatever, because it's a evolving process. It's not just a fixed thing in stone that okay, this is the only thing which has been edited and this is how it's going to shape up, because we have dependencies on the other agencies, other products, and also the clients requirements. We have to adapt to the client's requirements, and once the thing starts shaping up and the more you have the interactions with the client also gets to understand the design from a volumetric perspective, from a 3D perspective, and then the inputs come in, and you have to amalgamate all of it, including having the cost controls in place. So what I try to enhance here is the detailing stage, cost factoring is typically missed out by all the busy design consultancies, and there is never a review happened during this design detailing stage, where then suddenly after the project is progressing to an end, and when it is the GFCs are done and everything, and then suddenly when we do the postmortem of the project, that where did we go wrong and why did the cost escalations happen, and then it comes as a surprise, and then the deviation happens, and the quantity surveyors are always then accounted as the defaulters or whatever. It's a mutual responsibility of a designer as well as a quantity surveyor. Quantity surveyor more because it's his duty. His work is going to get affected if he doesn't anticipate the costs well in time. So it is his duty to really gather the inputs from a designer in terms of what are the bespoke items, what are the specialized items, and the specialized items, as I told you, has to be factored with the estimations, having consulted the respective specialized vendors with the breakup. The other typical things you may not furnish with the rate analysis, but rate analysis comes into play for these kind of bespoke items. And if I'm pretty sure that once we do that as a practice, as a regular practice, to have the costing done also in the detailing stage, this is where the key is that we shall definitely achieve the cost control, because most of the bespoke things and all the other things now are well factored, and this will help us also keeping the clients happy that okay, these are the things and these are the things which are, so at a very right stage we will then know that whether this specialized things is affordable by the client or not. And then fourth, after we finish the project, of course, then we typically do the it's a good practice, not everyone does it, but yeah, it's a good practice to do the postmortem of the project. By postmortem I mean that analysis of the project, where was our initial preliminary estimate. There is likely to be a difference in the cost per square feet preliminary estimate. It is taken well, but there should be preliminary estimates along with the detailing estimates, then should match the final figure in the budgetary estimates. And typically in good practices, 5 to 7% is somewhat, I think, is acceptable differential figure. But ideally, with this kind of introduction of detailing stage cost estimation round, I feel definitely we can bridge the gap, and we can minimize the cost differences of anticipated costs, and from 7% we can definitely bring it down to 3%. So 2 to 3% is the very good thing, the nominal difference, to have it as a cost estimator, and I think this should help us. So practice of rate analysis is a good thing, better be practiced in the detailing stage, and not for all items, because other than hospitality we don't get that kind of time leeway, and other things, all the preliminary budgeted items could be, you can work with the ready templates built to fit your typology of the projects that you master. Like corporate interiors, you should have the different interior templates, cost per square feet templates, and for healthcare you should have different cost per square feet templates, and for every other thing it could be architectural as well as interior cost per square feet templates, as well as preliminary estimate templates could be ready with you, which can ease up your which can reduce your time for everything. But whilst detailing stage, every cost, every special items has to be factored with the rate analysis, with the contemporary rates prevalent in the market, not with the assumptions of the basic rates. Basic rates again play a major role. Basic rates should always be reviewed reviewed and gathered from the market every quarterly. It's a good practice to revise the basic rates knowledge. You should maintain the rates files with you for all the product categories and have the basic rates updations